Next question is, what is a benefit of developing applications in a multi-tenant environment? Option A. Access to predefined computing resources. Option B. Enforced best practices for development. Option C. Unlimited processing power and memory. Option D. Default out-of-the-box configuration. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, a developer needs to confirm that a contact trigger works correctly without changing the organization's data. What should the developer do to test the contact trigger? Option A. Use deploy from the VS Code IDE to deploy and insert contact Apex class. Option B. Use the new button on the Salesforce Contacts tab to create a new contact record. Option C. Use the Open Executive Anonymous feature on the developer console to run an insert contact DML statement. Option D. Use the test menu on the developer console to run all the test classes for the contact triggers. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, which two statements are valid regarding Apex classes and interfaces? Choose two options. Option A. Classes are final by default. Option B. Interface methods are public by default. Option C. Inner classes are private by default. Option D. A class can only have one inner class level. Correct answer is option B and option D. Next question is, what are the three characteristics of change set deployments? Choose three options. Option A. They require a deployment connection. Option B. They can be used to transfer records. Option C. They can be used only between related organizations. Option D. They can be used to deploy custom settings data. Option E. They use an all or none deployment model. Correct answer is option A, C and option E. Next question is, when importing and exporting data into Salesforce, which two statements are true? Choose two options. Option A. Bulk API can be used to import large data volumes in development environments without bypassing the storage limits. Option B. Developer and Developer Pro sandboxes have different storage limits. Option C. Bulk API can be used to bypass the storage limits when importing large data volumes in development environments. Option D. Data Import Wizard is a client application provided by Salesforce. Correct answer is option B and option D. Next question is, what is an example of a polymorphic lookup field in Salesforce? Option A. The what ID field on the standard event object. Option B. The parent ID field on the standard account object. Option C. A custom field link_C on the standard contact object that looks up to an account or a campaign. Option D. The lead ID and contact ID fields on the standard campaign member object. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, a developer is implementing an Apex class for a financial system. Within the class, the variables credit amount and debit amount should not be able to change once a value is assigned. In which two ways can the developer declare the variables to ensure their value can only be assigned one time? Choose two options. Option A. Use the static keyword and assign its value in a static initializer. Option B. Use the final keyword and assign its value when declaring the variable. Option C. Use the final keyword and assign its value in the class constructor. Option D. Use the static keyword and assign its value in the class constructor. Correct answer is option B and option C. These are the top 50 most common certification questions that you could have in your exam. If you want to download the complete list of current updated questions, please download it from the link provided in the description. Question is, Universal Containers wants to assess the advantages of declarative development versus programmatic customization for specific use cases in its Salesforce implementation. What are two advantages of declarative development over programmatic customization? Choose two options. Option A. Declarative development has higher design limit and query limits. Option B. Declarative development does not require Apex test classes. Option C. Declarative development does not require maintenance. Option D. Declarative development can be updated in production using the setup UI. Correct answer is option B and option D.